Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. We are here today to talk about what sort of abundance will the next phase of your life bring. So we have three piles. Pile 1 with the Amethyst, pile 2 with the honey Calcite, and pile 3 with the clear Quartz. So take a minute and perhaps hover your hand over the screen, perhaps just close your eyes and focus on each pile. And this is what I do now. I close my eyes and I focus on each pile, and whichever one makes my third eye sort of get a tickly feeling, that's the one I go with. But you can choose however you want. I just ask that you choose with your intuition and not your eyes, or at least not your two eyes, maybe your third eye. Yeah, so take as long as you need. If you need to pause the video, and we will, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time, and then we will get right into the first reading. Hello and welcome to my group 1, my Amethyst group. I'm just going to set this amethyst stone over here so it is out of your view. I'm sorry about that, but I do need space for the cards because we are going to be using a lot of cards today. So some of these cards I already sort of not selected, but already got from shuffling the deck, and some of the cards we are going to be pulling live. So the cards that we have are Playfulness, Enchantment, the Empress, and the Explorer of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. Pardon me. So these cards are telling us what sort of abundance the next phase of your life will bring. And so what I'm seeing for you in the next phase of your life is there's going to be a lot of playfulness. There's going to be a lot of fun. The Empress speaks to lushness and sort of material abundance as well. So, but I guess I'm feeling more, not so much material abundance, but an abundance of like bright things. So like bright colors and just sort of enjoyment of what you have, and sort of an abundance of just like having fun with what you already have. And then with this enchantment card, what I'm feeling from this one is, let's see. What I'm feeling from this card is that there's gonna be some feelings of that there's really something sort of magical going on in your life. Yeah, like this may be that you are manifesting something. This may be something happening that you weren't expecting to have happen. But there's going to be a feeling of magic and enchantment in your life. And then with this Explorer of Cups card, I'm feeling a lot of there's this feeling of going deep with, again, with what you already have, and sort of finding like hidden treasures, again, in what you already have. So I'm not exactly seeing sort of lots of acquisition, but what I am seeing is a lot of enjoyment of what you already have, and like finding joy in finding the feeling of abundance in what you already have. So then sort of my next question for the cards is what to lovingly leave behind as you step into this next phase of your life. And so for this, we're going to be using the Morgan Greer Tarot. There we go. Let's see what we have here. To lovingly leave behind, we have Justice and the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands talks about feeling really overburdened. Like you see how this guy, he's holding so many sticks that he can't see where he's going. So what to lovingly leave behind as you step into this next phase of your life. Again, and then in this Justice card, what I'm really focusing on is the fact that the scales are out of balance. So what to lovingly leave behind, I'm feeling, is that sense of being out of balance and that sense of being overburdened. What you really need to let go of is a feeling. It's more of the feeling than, I mean, there is some amount of you need to genuinely like set down these things that are really overburdening you, because that's not good for you. That you need to maybe let other people, I'm kind of feeling like maybe you're holding on to too many things and not letting other people do much of the work, and you need to, you're sort of holding all of these sticks really closely, and you need to let go of them a little bit. Let other people take up some of that burden with you, and which will not only help with that feeling of being overburdened and out of balance, but it will also help with that feeling, with a feeling of camaraderie and spending time with other people. So let's see. I'm also going to pull from the Empathic Oracle for what to lovingly leave behind as you step into this new phase of your life. What does my Amethyst group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this new phase of their life? That is a few too many cards, but let's take this one. Yeah. So we have Solar Plexus Chakra, and I'm going to pull, I'm going to pull maybe another card or two. What do we need to leave behind for my Amethyst group? What does my Amethyst group need to lovingly leave behind as we step into this next phase of life? What does my Amethyst group need to leave behind? What does my Amethyst group need to leave behind? Okay, thank you. The Moon. So we have Solar Plexus Chakra and the Moon. And with this Moon card, there's these drops coming off of it, which look like tears to me. So what I'm maybe feeling with this Moon card is that you need to let go of grief. You need to let go of feeling like you are alone in this dark night, scene where with nothing around. I mean, there's all of these stars around you, but you are feeling like sort of very laden with grief, perhaps over something that happened to you. Sorry, I'm tearing up a little bit as I'm feeling this. You're feeling kind of alone, and even with this solar plexus chakra card, there's these like sort of stars in the background, but the focus is on this sort of sun or sunflower sort of thing, which is this like bright and expansive and curling in these beautiful patterns, and yet there's this sort of feeling of like aloneness again that I'm getting from this card. So sort of going back to this Justice card and this Ten of Wands, I really feel like one of the things that you need to let go of is this feeling of being overburdened. You need to let other people in and let them take some of this burden from you. So the next question is what to be patient with as you enter this phase. And so I'm going to start there we go. So we have stepping into stillness and starting fresh. And so this is what to be patient with as you step into this new phase. So we have stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence, and starting fresh, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. So wow, this really speaks to something new happening in your life, where you are there's something new happening in your life, and maybe you need to spend a little bit of time just being still, and maybe not. So with these two cards, I'm really feeling like there was a lot of feeling alone even when you're around other people. And with this stepping into stillness card, I'm really feeling like you need to spend some time on your own, like genuinely alone, and reflecting and really thinking about what is it that you need to, what sort of things is it that you need to let go of and that you need to leave behind. So I'm really seeing that there's some sort of like fresh start for you and some sort of new beginning. And so then I'm also going to draw a couple of tarot cards for what to be patient with as you enter this phase. So what, for my Amethyst group, do we need to be patient with as we enter this new phase? For my Amethyst group, what do we need to be patient with as we enter this new phase? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? What does my Amethyst group need to be patient with? This one? Yeah. Okay, so we have Death and the Page of Pentacles. And so Death really speaks, and so on this Death card, I'm not sure if you can really, right here it says Vita mutatur non tollitur, which means that life is changed, it is not taken. So what that means is that there's going to be a change in your life. But like this, with this starting fresh card, there's going to be a pretty big change in your life. And so as you're stepping into this new phase where you have all of this abundance that we talked about at the beginning of the reading, as you're stepping into this new phase, you need to be patient with the changes that are happening. You need to be patient with the changes, and with maybe if it's feeling like things aren't changing fast enough, or if you feel like things are changing too fast, just however fast or slow this change is happening, I'm feeling like you need to really sort of bring patience to that. And then we also have this Page of Pentacles. And so the Page of Pentacles really to me speaks to enjoyment of the natural world, and sort of spending, especially with this one, like spending some time with nature, spending some time maybe listening to music. So that's something that maybe you can do as a practice to sort of help yourself really sort of get into this spirit of patience. Okay, and then for the last card that cards that I'm gonna draw, we are going to ask the cards what energy should we bring to this abundance and this new phase of life. So what energy does my Amethyst group need to bring to this new phase of life and this abundance? What sort of energy does my Amethyst group need to bring to this abundance and this new phase of life? What energy do we need to bring? What energy do we need to bring? I'm feeling like we want 2 cards for this. What energy do we need to bring to this abundance and this new phase of life? What energy do we need to bring to this abundance and this new phase of life? What energy do we need to bring to this abundance and this new phase of life? What energy is this abundance and this new phase of life asking for us to bring to it? Ooh, there we go. So we have 3 cards here. We have Shatakite, Teacher. We have Kunzite, Self-Love. And then we have Spirit Quartz, Music. So like I was saying, maybe it's time to spend some time listening to music with this Page of Pentacles, really to get into that spirit of patience. I would really advise you to spend some time listening to music to get to be patient with all of the changes that are going on here. We really also need to bring this energy of self-love to all of this. Sometimes when things change, it can be really hard, and we can feel like maybe we're doing something wrong, or just like something is just not going right with us. And so really, like I was saying here, like with this, you need to lay down your burdens and you need to let other people share these burdens with you, and you need to get back in balance, and you need to maybe like recognize that there are people around you who are willing to help you, but don't like get angry with yourself over not having done that. It is truly all right that you've been like holding so tightly to these burdens that you have. It's really okay. It's just, it's time to let other people step in and help you out with those things. And letting other people step in and help you out with those things will bring this playfulness and this enchantment and this Empress energy of enjoying what you have so much more. But as you do this, you really do need to focus on an energy of self-love. And then with this Shadowkite teacher card, I'm really feeling like it might be time to maybe find a spiritual mentor, to find maybe you can call upon your spirit guides to be a teacher energy. Yeah, maybe I'm really feeling like it's like this is talking about, perhaps this might be talking about some sort of physical teacher, but it might also be talking about a non-physical entity that you can call upon as a teacher. All right, thank you so much for watching group number 1 with my Amethyst. It has been a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I hope to see you in my other videos and with perhaps my next pick a card reading, whenever that will be. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely, lovely day, and I wish you tons of love and light as you step into this next phase of your life. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to my group 2 with the honey calcite. Let's get right into it. I'm going to just set this stone over here, so it is going to be off screen, but I do need the space for the cards. So let's see what we have. We have gratitude. We have surrender. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Fool. So what I'm seeing based on this Hierophant and Fool is that you're going to be starting a new spiritual journey in your life. So with this Fool card, we are walking confidently towards the end of this cliff, ready to dive off and just let ourselves be caught. And with this Hierophant card, we see the sun dawning behind these standing stones. And so what I'm feeling from these cards is really that you're starting a new spiritual journey that you need to surrender to. You need to let yourself give in to what this new spiritual journey will have in store for you. So that is the area of abundance, is this abundance of spiritual growth. Especially you're going to have an abundance of gratitude for what you have in your life. Yeah, so excuse me. So that is what I'm seeing for you with these cards. Let's get into so the next question that I have for the cards is what to lovingly leave behind as you step into this phase. So for this question, we're using the Morgan Greer Tarot, and we're also going to be using the Empathic Oracle. So what does my group 2, what does my honey calcite group need to leave behind lovingly as they step into this next phase of their life? What does my honey calcite group need to leave behind as they step into this next phase? Thank you. We have the Chariot. What do we lovingly need to leave behind as we step into the next phase? Let's see, what else do we need to lovingly leave behind? We have the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's one more that wants to come through for you. So what else do we need to lovingly leave behind as we step into this next phase? What else do we need to lovingly leave behind as we step into this next phase, my honey calcite group? What does my honey calcite group need to lovingly leave behind stepping into this next phase of their life? That is 2 cards. What does my honey calcite group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase of their life? My honey calcite. Oh. What does my honey calcite group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase of their life? Okay, is this what we have? Yeah, it is. Sorry for the extra shuffling. Okay. So we have the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. So what you really need to leave behind lovingly as you step into this next phase of your life with this spiritual journey and this with this gratitude, with this view of gratitude, is you need to leave behind this. There's this sense of with the Chariot of charging forward and of focusing on victory and focusing on sort of I'm getting the phrase like keep your eye on the prize, and that sort of thinking is what needs to be left behind. The King of Pentacles is also someone who really is someone who sort of has like kept their eye on the prize and has been rewarded with the material abundance, with wealth, and so what I'm seeing for you, group 2, is you need to leave behind that focus on material abundance and that focus on success and victory as you move into this next phase of your life with this spiritual journey. Let's see what the empathic oracle cards have for us. So what does my honey calcite group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase of their life? What does my honey calcite group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase of their life with this spiritual journey, with this view of gratitude? What do we need to lovingly leave behind as we step into this next phase with my honey calcite group? What needs to stay? Ooh, okay. So we have Chameleon and we have Gates. So with this Chameleon card, I'm seeing that you have again, like with sort of the combination of this Chariot card and this Chameleon card, I'm seeing that you have sort of not changed who you are, but put out different faces to the world based on sort of who you need to be successful. And I'm seeing that really it is time for you to leave that behind as you step into this next phase of your life. And with this Gates card, I'm really feeling like you need to leave behind this attitude of these like, I'm seeing these like this like sort of chain link, not chain link, but like the I guess kind of chain link fence with like a padlock on it, and so really I'm feeling like you have this idea that there are things that are just sort of locked away from you, that there are things that are not beyond you, but like that you don't have access to. And that is also an attitude that you need to leave behind as you step into this spiritual journey and this journey with gratitude. So let's see. Our next question is what to be patient with as you enter this new phase. And so for this, we're going to be using the Gateway Oracle cards. So what do we need to be patient with as we step into this next phase? What do we need to be patient with? What do we need to be patient with as we step into this next phase? What do we need to be patient with as we step into this next phase? Woo, okay, this guy really wants to come out. What do we need to be patient with as we step into this next phase? We have cultivating prosperity and soaring into joy. So with soaring into joy, this says childlike wonder fills my life. And with cultivating prosperity, the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So what I'm really seeing with these is that while you are cultivating prosperity, even as you go on this spiritual journey, there is going to be some amount of cultivating prosperity. But what I'm really seeing is that you need to set that on the back burner. You need to have some patience with that because it's not going to come right away. And also with this soaring into joy card, for what you need to have patience with is it's not going to necessarily be immediate and easy. It's not going to be easy right away. It's not going, with this spiritual journey that I'm really feeling that you are going to be going on, and it may not be a physical journey. It's more of a spiritual journey. It's more of a journey of the spirit. It's not going to be like you traveling. I mean, it could be you traveling somewhere, but I'm really feeling that it's more about going inward. But it's not going to feel wonderful and joyful right away. So you need to have patience with that. If you are expecting it, I'm feeling like you're kind of expecting it to feel really good right away. And it probably won't. It probably won't feel amazing right away. There probably will be some sort of like, not toughness, but like there might be some sort of like difficulty with this spiritual journey that you're going on. So I'm feeling like you need to be patient with yourself as you go on this spiritual journey, and as you not expect, but as you let yourself be drawn into joy. So I mean, gratitude, especially with this sort of being in the same column as the gratitude card, gratitude does not always make you feel immediately joyful. It does not always feel immediately amazing. You don't always feel like fantastic when you do gratitude exercises. You know, it takes a little bit of time. So let's see what else we have. So we are going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot as well for this question. What to be patient with as you enter this next phase of your life with this spiritual journey for my Honey Calcite group. What does my Honey Calcite group need to be patient with as they enter this next phase? Thank you. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. So what you need to be patient with, the 7 of Pentacles, she is holding this this basket of fruit, which looks very like full and rich and delicious. And so that is that feeling of contentment with what you have brought about, especially with it next to this cultivating prosperity card. I'm seeing that like that feeling of contentment is something that you're going to have to wait for, that feeling of contentment. So like what I'm seeing is that this spiritual journey that you are going to be going on is one where it's going to feel tough. It's going to feel like you're working at it. It's not going to feel really easy. Like it's not going to, it's just not going to be really easy. And if you're expecting it to be easy, I'm not saying this to make you want to give up. I'm just saying this so that you know what is coming, so that you know what you have to look out for. And with this 9 of Swords, she's just resting on this rock. So she is she's resting, but she's not resting in a very comfortable place. So this is something that, again, I think you're gonna have to, there's gonna be some of this, like, you're gonna need to find places and like ways to get some rest as you go on this journey. But there's going to be times where you just kind of have to, where it's not going to be like the most comfortable place to curl up for a nap, basically. Like she's in the snow, she's curling up against a rock. Let's see if this will focus. Come on. Yeah, so she's in the snow and she's curling up against a rock, and there's all these swords around her, so it's not a very comfortable place to curl up for a nap. But you know, she is taking a rest. So with this card, I'm really seeing that there is going to be some resting in places where you're not loving it, and that's another thing that you're going to have to be patient with. So my last question for the cards is what energy to bring to this abundance and this new phase of your life. So what energy does my Honey Calcite group need to bring to this abundance and this new phase in their life? What energy does my Honey Calcite group need to bring to this spiritual journey? What energy does my Honey Calcite group need to bring to this spiritual journey? There we go. Thank you. So we have Rose Quartz, Inner Child, and Stibnite, Conflict. So yeah, I'm feeling like you're gonna feel conflicted. You're gonna feel there's gonna be some inner conflict. There's gonna be some inner conflict that you can expect that. But with this Rose Quartz Inner Child, I'm really feeling like you need to be doing like this spiritual journey that you're going to be going on has something to do with your inner child and has something to do with maybe some inner conflict that you're feeling. And so that's the energy that you need to really bring to this this abundance, this new phase of this spiritual journey that you're going on. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for choosing this pile. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more like this in my channel, and maybe check out some of the other videos that I have. So I am so grateful that you are here, and I wish you the very best of luck as you move forward into this phase of your life with this spiritual journey. I'm seeing that it's not going to be the easiest thing for you, but I think that it's going to be really, really rewarding. So the best of luck, and I'm wishing you so much love as you move into this next phase. Okay, bye. Hello and welcome to my Clear Quartz group, my group 3. Let's get right into this reading. So I'm going to just set this stone right over here. It is out of the frame, but I do need space for the cards. So let's get it right into the cards. So we have Innocence. That's such a cute card. We have Intention. And we have the High Priestess. Wow, so I'm really feeling like you are going to be sort of going within, and like with this High Priestess, sort of this shell on the shore with this Intention card where she's sort of pouring out this water. I'm really feeling like there's some emotion that you're going to be going very deep, and there's going to be a lot of intention around what you are doing with this emotion that you're sort of diving deep into. So this is the area that you are going to be having a lot of abundance in. So this is So also there's this innocence card, and let me see what I'm feeling from this card. I'm seeing birds in flight. I'm seeing actually like a mama bird feeding her nestlings. So there's a lot of like very youthful energy. Not that innocence is about youth, because it is possible to have a lot of experiences that really sort of take away innocence, even as a young person. But I'm feeling some very youthful energy. So I'm feeling like maybe if you chose this group, maybe you're younger, or maybe you are just young at heart. So with this area of abundance in the next phase of your life, this is very interesting because I have not I'm not entirely certain like what sort of innocence this is, if this is more of a spiritual innocence, or if this is more of like a emotional innocence that's going to be coming in this next phase of your life. And it's very interesting that this innocence is paired with intention. And the thing is though that I'm feeling with this innocence card, that there is please excuse the phone ringing in the background if you can hear that. With this innocence and in this intention card that are paired, I'm finding this very, very interesting because I have not seen this combination before. And I think that really maybe that there's this intention to bring back a spirit of innocence into your life. And so I'm seeing that this is the sort of abundance that you will be having in this next phase of your life. So with this, I'm going to be asking the cards what you need to lovingly leave behind as you step into this next phase of your life. So this is the Morgan Greer Tarot. So what do we need to lovingly leave behind as we step into this next phase of our lives? What does my clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase? What does this clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase? What does this clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase? Ooh, what does this clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase? What does this clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind as they step into this next phase? Thank you. So we have the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, which are both cards of sort of celebration. The Four of Wands is a card that is about sort of celebrating small accomplishments, and the Three of Cups is a card that is about community and about good friends. Especially this card. So this card for me always speaks of myself, my mother, and my sister. So this could be speaking of family if you are close with your family, but if your friends are more like your family, then it could also be speaking about your friends. So this is very interesting. So what you need to lovingly leave behind, I'm seeing, is maybe there are some friends that are not so great for you, maybe there are some friends that really are, I'm not sure how to say this better. Maybe there are some friends who are kind of like screwing with your innocence vibe. I am kind of feeling like you have some friends who they kind of like, they feel like maybe they're good friends, but maybe they're not actually so good for you. And this Four of Wands is also a card of like celebration, but also of parties. So maybe maybe you need to, I mean, I don't want to like assume that maybe you're like a young person who's going out and partying, because that may not apply to everyone who sees this, but with these two cards sort of in combination as what you need to leave behind, especially with this Three of Cups, what I'm seeing is maybe you need to leave behind there are some friendships that are not so great for you, that you need to maybe leave in the past as you step forward into this phase where you have this sort of intention for more innocence in your life. So I'm also going to be consulting this empathic oracle for what to lovingly leave behind as you step into this next phase of your life. There's one card. Water. And what else do we need to lovingly leave behind stepping into this next phase for my clear quartz group? What does my clear quartz group need to lovingly leave behind? Thank you. So we have water and we have strength. This is very interesting because water speaks to the emotional realm. So there are some emotions maybe that need to be maybe set aside. And then there's this strength card, and there's these 3 acorns sort of on the ground among the roots, and that reminds me of this 3 of Cups. So maybe you are finding a lot of strength in your friends, but maybe this is not the right sort of strength that you need to have in your life, especially as you're moving forward into this with this intention, with this spirit of abundance of intention. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you. So the next question that we have is what to be patient with as you enter this next phase. And so we are these are the Gateway Oracle cards. And so what to be patient with as you enter this next phase: accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. And let's see, what to be patient with as you enter this phase. Thank you. Proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. So it's going to be maybe kind of difficult for you to sort of accept what's going on. Perhaps it's going to be difficult for you to accept that this is what you need to leave in the past. But this proceeding softly card really is telling me that you need to take some time alone. You need to take some time where you're not surrounded by people, and that may be hard for you. And so that's something that you're going to need to be patient with yourself with. This proceeding softly card is just something that you're going to need to bring some patience to. So then I'm going to be asking this same question, what to be patient with the Crystal Visions Tarot. So what does my clear quartz group need to be patient with as they enter this next phase? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And let's see, what to be patient with as you enter this next phase, clear quartz. What to be patient with as you enter this next phase. Clear quartz group. What does my clear quartz group need to be patient with as they enter this next phase? What does my clear quartz group need to be patient with? Oh, let's see. How many cards is that? 2 cards. I want this one. And 5 of Wands. So this Knight of Pentacles card I'm feeling like maybe you need to spend some time around animals and in nature. So if you don't spend a lot of time in nature, maybe this is the time to do that. And especially with this Five of Wands, there's going to be some conflict. Here's the Five of Wands. So I'm feeling like there's going to be some conflict with this, especially if you do decide to move forward and leave behind these things that are no longer serving you. With this Five of Wands, I'm seeing that there's going to be some conflict, so you need to be patient with that conflict and just not let it affect your intention to move forward with this more innocent phase. So let's see, with this Knight of Pentacles, yeah, I'm just really feeling that there's some time outdoors that you're going to be needing. And if you have animal friends, this would be a good time to spend time with them, to spend extra time with them. So then our last question for the cards is, what energy should we bring to this abundance and this new phase of life? So we are using the crystal reading cards. What energy should we bring to this abundance and this new phase of life, where we are moving forward with intention into a new phase of innocence? What energy do we need to bring to this new phase of life, Clear Quartz? What energy do we need to bring to this new phase of life, to this abundance? What do we need to bring to this abundance, this new phase of life? What energy? Woo, there we go. So we have Clear Quartz. Oh, that's funny actually, because Clear Quartz is the stone that we have for you. So we have Clear Quartz, Purification, and Calcite, Self-Love. So with these two being the energy that you need to bring, what I'm really feeling is that you do need to bring this energy of self-love and self-love, as opposed to this this maybe sort of difficulty that's going on with some friends that you have. So maybe like I said, spend some time in nature, spend some time with animal friends, with pets, with family pets maybe, and really spend some time working on self-love. And with this Clear Quartz, really think about, what do you need to purify out of your life? What do you need to release as you move forward? Thank you so much for coming to this reading, my Clear Quartz group. I am so glad that you could watch this today. And yeah, thank you so much, and I wish you all of the best. I'm seeing that this is not going to be the easiest path forward for you, but I am wishing you so much love and light as you move forward with this intention and with this innocence and with this abundance of sort of inner knowing, with this High Priestess card as well. So thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today.